Hey, Chris.
Oh, hello, Lynn.
Hello.
Waiting on Jeffrey. You're not Jeffrey?
Yeah. He'll be a little while.
Oh, okay.
While we're waiting for him, can we have a bit of a...
Sure, you can drink his drink. There you go, you can have that.
Great, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's have a bit of a chat about FAG STAG.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you guys opens 26th of October.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show.
Thank you.
I absolutely loved it. And,
Thank you.
And you're the writer. You and Jeffrey both wrote as well as performed.
Yeah, we're the co-writers and performers.
So do you want to talk a little bit about how you got the idea and how that kind of, twin writers working together, that's quite unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is unusual. And I think when you're writing a show, it's kind of different every relationship that you have.
Yeah.
For FAG STAG, Jeff and I, the company, The Last Great Hunt, had sort of just started, and Jeff and I had worked together as, directors and lighting designers and actor-director kind of combinations before, but this was our first time that we kind of sat down and went, let's write something, or let's think about writing something. And it was Jeff who got the idea and said, well, let's write about a similar relationship to what we have, which is a gay man and a straight man's friendship. Things that affected us, talking about ideas of what each of us felt like it was to be a man, both like as a straight man or a gay man, and we found these sort of combinations of like, oh yeah, that's the same for me, oh but that's a bit different for me as well.
It's very human in that way. You don't go, that's the issue for the gay man, that's the issue for the straight man.
Yeah.
Actually all that stuff about loneliness, friendship, love, hooking up, it's kind of similar.
Yeah, and that's essentially what we found after spending a year just talking about the show. And then once we knew what it was going to be about in those themes, friendship, masculinity, the identity, what it means to be a man or how to be a man in a changing world, we kind of went, oh, well, that's it. And then we very quickly, in about 2 weeks, wrote it. Yeah. Because we'd been simmering on all the ideas and all the thoughts, and, 1 month apart, Jeff would go, oh, maybe this happens, and I'd be like, oh yeah, cool, and then we'd think about it for a month or two, and when we got down to just writing it, it came out really, really quickly.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what in your heart the show is about?
A major thing that the show is about is how we construct our own story, how we decide to tell people what happens in our lives, and we use the device of having two people tell the story to show that. So Jeffrey's character will say that events happened one way, and my character will say that events happened in a similar way, but there are some major differences. And we never explain to an audience which one is the absolute truth. Yeah. The play doesn't really indulge in absolute truths too much. Some of the best feedback we've gotten have been from women who have watched the show and come to us after, and we often try to talk to the audience, as most of the company does with most of the shows we make. And women have come after and spoken about how wonderful it is to see that and realise their boyfriend is a bit like that, and it makes them understand their boyfriend better, or it makes them understand their father better, or their son. A guy in Perth, it's the loveliest comment I've ever had on a show. A guy in Perth came up to us after and said, thank you so much, I'm going to go home and hold my sons tighter tonight because of it. And that was a really lovely thing, and Jeff and I just went, oh, that's it.